I am senior lecturer in the Department of Industrial Design, which means that I lecture pretty much from second year all the way to master's students. Across the board, all different subjects.
The second question is,
well, firstly, where engineering is about a lot of mathematics, figuring out the mechanisms of how things work, electrical, working in electronics, and how signals flow through computers and processors, etc. And mechanical engineering, where you're figuring out mechanisms. As an industrial designer, mostly what we're doing is actually housing mechanisms that are designed by engineers. So not always, but a lot of design, especially in terms of industrial design, is about the visual of the object. It still means that you need to understand how things are made, how things are put together. You need to be designing casings. So I mean, for example, in a cell phone, we're not designing the software, we're not designing the PC boards, but we are designing what this object looks like. You also get industrial design sort of spreading into fields like interaction design now, where the interface itself is considered. So how you would negotiate the software inside. Things like how you access this and how you would design the casing itself. I mean, an industrial designer would have to figure how this would be injection molded and how this would have to clip in place and how it would close. So it's still relatively technical in those terms. You still need skills like being able to draw, conceptualize, come up with ideas, and then take your idea into the computer, into CAD, prototype it. So you need lots of hand skills, work in the workshop, so that you can test physically that the 3D object you've designed is working. That's a good question, but in South Africa there are only 3 industrial design schools, and we are the oldest of the 3. And in total there are about, I would say, 30 BTech graduates coming out each year, so 4th year level. So if you think about the entire South African industry, 30 graduates get snapped up very, very quickly.
Wow, they're headhunted.
They're headhunted. A lot of them have to do internships, so they are involved with industry through their student career. They do internships at 3rd year and at BTech level, so they're really getting involved with industry. Some of our lecturers at BTech level are industrial designers, so they're really sort of sourcing and checking out who's good at what they do. And also, it's not, it doesn't necessarily mean because you study industrial design you have to be a pure industrial designer. So industrial design itself is mass production, okay? But in South Africa we have a growing homeware industry, so where you produce, or design and make industry, where you design your own furniture, you design your own products and you sell them. Dr. and Mrs. is a good example of a company like that. You have a lot of small businesses like that sort of popping up. Cape Town has quite a big design and maker industry. You can go and work for a manufacturer, so you could go work for Coca-Cola and you could design specifically for them, so Coke bottles, crate design. Point of sale is a big sort of sector that takes up industrial designers, so that would be like display stands for Chanel at Edgar's, or the fridge design for vitamin water, as examples. So that sort of then starts sort of mixing, I suppose, graphic design in a sense. And then a lot of designers go into interior design. So of course, so working with interior design companies, you also want to produce their own products. So you end up designing it could be a business interior, and then you do custom design furniture for them. So the opportunities are very broad.
Wow.